which I wanted these. Which is this canvas? Canvas will work, but when you're rolling over with a brayer, and these are called brayers, they're used primarily in printmaking and linoleum block printing. And I'd have students that would paint with them and, or rather, print with them, roll the ink over the linoleum block, put the paper over that, roll another roll over that, and that picks up your image. So that was a high school project that we did for like, well, I taught 31 years in high school and taught linoleum block printing for that long. But then one day we had a chance to, all the prints were done. So I asked the students to I had a lot of ink left on the blocks, or on the area where I roll the rollers and brayers. So I was like, let's just use that up. We're not going to waste it. And draw with the brayer. So they were manipulating it and trying out things. It was like all of a sudden I'm seeing some creativeness that's going on that is really loose and free. And it's like I had one student that back then there was a scholastic contest that you would send your work into, and his went on as a finalist in New York. So it was like that just turned me on to doing it. And it's a painting style that you can use to create landscape let me talk about this one for a moment. This is a Paris street scene, the reproduction of the painting from 30 by 40. But what I've done is take the roller and squeeze out the colors and roll it to get my color through the middle here, and then do the same thing. And then you bring that reflection down into the street. So you're actually taking the color and then you take and draw a line, not in the middle, but either low or high, depending on what your subject matter is. So that line then becomes your vanishing point. Your lines are going back to it with 1 point perspective. Then it's a matter of breaking it up with brush and showing a lot of detail, working your subject matter through that. What's going to happen today is that I'm going to be painting a landscape, and it'll be a fishing scene, much like this. And I was given directions by Joy to move that man slightly away from that angle. And I was like, yes, ma'am. But I always think of dividing a painting into three levels, generally the foreground down here, middle ground, and sky. This will not look like that when it's done. I'm warning you in advance, because I'll be making changes in it.
What exactly is that tool? Is that you buy at the paint store?
What is it?
The tool, you buy that at the paint store?
This, you go to Cosno or a major art store and go to their printing department. And then your catalog, your outlets like the catalog houses like Chief Joe's, and you look at it. It's a pretty tool used in relief printing, mostly wood cuts and wood blocks.
Is that a wood roller?
It's a hard rubber roller.
It's called a brayer.
It's called a brayer. Yeah. This is a soft roller. You can get that with you get a very hard edge like this, and that leaves the paint on the surface more. This, if you're running it, you're going to get it to sink down into the surface. And I'll be using that mainly for some of the textures in it. But we could have probably saved about 10 minutes if I had been using this right off the bat. I want you to see how that brayer works. Now we're going to start. I'm actually going to start the background trees and work backwards here a little bit. I can put the water in overhead. It's good we got a break here in music.
Yeah.
I can actually amplify it a little bit. Let's use about 3 different colors here as underpaint.
Not only did you come back, you came back with a business.
Well, we found an amplifier.
I forgot to turn this button on.
some of these rocks in. And that's going to be a combination of rare and calcite. Cream-colored paint called antique white, and then I'll be using a shadow tone of probably violet. Now there's a couple of paintings at my booth. Steve owns one of them. That's this technique on the rocks. You can get a nice juxtaposition of line between shadow and light on the rock. And so it's like Brer's doing that mostly for you. All you're doing is pushing it, and it's forming that those shapes. We'll have 4 more things.